Hi everyone, I'm Marc Duiker, one of the Dapr community managers, and I'm here to talk about building distributed applications with ease using building block APIs. And this is all about the Dapr project. I mean, I had to give the birds some hats here as I'm wearing a Dapr hat as well. So Dapr stands for the Distributed Application Runtime. It's a graduated CNCF project since last November. It's been around for about 6 years, and it offers APIs for building secure and reliable microservices and agentic AI systems. I mean, we all have to jump on board of the AI stuff a bit anyway, right? So it's used by a lot of big organizations, and each year we do like a survey across Dapr developers, and on average they claim to save 30% of development time for when they use Dapr versus not using Dapr. So it's really a big time saver for your development teams if they use Dapr to build their microservice backends. So Dapr runs as a sidecar next to your application, and the sidecar offers a lot of APIs that you can use from your application. And the really cool thing about Dapr is that it decouples your application layer from the underlying infrastructure. So as an example, Dapr has a pub/sub API to do like asynchronous messaging, but Dapr itself is not a message broker, but you can configure Dapr with YAML files to use like many different message brokers out there. And the same goes for secrets and state management and so on. So it really makes your application and your whole architecture like more flexible and more portable. All right, just some highlights of very recent Dapr API. So one of the very big ones, which has a lot of interest, is called Dapr Workflow. So now the Dapr sidecar has like a built-in workflow engine. It's based on the durable execution concept, which saves the workflow state to a Dapr-compatible state store. So even in case your application fails completely, maybe a whole node goes down, when that node comes back up, the Dapr will actually recognize that some workflows were still like in flight and haven't been completed, and Dapr actually makes sure that that workflow will actually run to completion. Dapr Workflow integrates like seamlessly with all of the other Dapr APIs, which is great. And you author your workflows in code. So you can use like C# or Java or Python or Go or JavaScript to write your workflows and your activities. You can also apply lots of workflow-specific patterns, such as like activity chaining, fan out, fan in, monitor to do some kind of recurring tasks, but also waiting for external events. And yeah, there are more patterns, but there's limited time here. If you're more into building agentic systems, then have a look into Dapr Agents. That is a Python library built on top of Dapr, and it actually uses Dapr Workflow to ensure that your agentic AI systems are reliable. So the current Dapr release is 1.16 that came out in last September. It adds support for multi-application workflow, so that means that certain activities in your workflow can be dedicated to run on certain microservices, on certain Dapr application IDs, which makes it very suitable for if you want to execute a certain task in a certain geography or at a certain service that has certain capabilities. Also, the workflow improvement has been, performance has been improved a lot. We've also added support for HTTP streaming, for HTTP endpoints. Identity federation has been added, and the conversation API has been extended with tooling support. And by the way, all of the links that I'm sharing, you can access them via the QR code that I'm sharing here. The upcoming Dapr release is 1.17. It's scheduled to be released in January next year. We're still working on the planning itself, but it will be really about workflow again. So we'll add like a good versioning for workflows, because that's still very hard to do. It will have like better management tooling to actually manage your workflow, like starting, replaying, and stopping, etc. And also to add better like workflow tracing. If you want to influence the planning, you can still go to this Dapr issue and write your comments there. If you want to know what our organization is doing with Dapr, please have a look at the CNCF website. There are like 11 Dapr case studies published there. These are just the latest 4. Definitely have a look. And yeah, please come and find us at the Project Pavilion. I'm pretty easily recognizable with this hat. I'm not the only one there. There's also the .NET maintainer will also be there, and Marc and Jeroen, the Dapr co-creators, will also be around. And yeah, like I mentioned, use this QR code. You can access this slide deck, all of the links. You can also use it to connect with me. Yeah, hope to see you there, and have a great KubeCon. Thanks.